Ladies and gentlemen, today we are not doing snake content. We're going to work on the old work truck. I have that spare right there that matches the rest of the wheels. So we went out and bought a rough country spare tire holder for a Jeep, and we're going to see if we can make it work. It's not the one that goes on the tailgate, it's the one that goes in the bed. So let's see how this holds together. This is a rough country spare tire holder for the Jeep kit. Man, it is very well built. It's Baja style. So I'll sit in the bed and sit up. And this is where we'll have to do the edits. Luckily they're not completely welded in, so it won't be too hard to change out these lugs and make it work. So what we'll do is we'll take these two lugs here and we will lightly drill those holes out, move them a little bit, and weld them back. It's a very nice kit. It comes with all your hardware. Even has lugs in there, locking lugs, which is kind of nice. Little feet. But I'll put up a picture of what the kit looks like in the back of a Jeep. I don't see. I read through the reviews. I don't see why it wouldn't work and everything else. Seems like other people have done it. So, going to big red turd. A little side content. Cold start on the Camaro. I'd lay it out here. Here we have our back piece, or I guess that would be the front piece, however you want to look at it. Back piece, tire mount, and this is kind of cool. So you have different width wheels. It can slide in and out depending on how far of an offset you got. And of course our hardware. Here it is with everything broke down. Got our 3 bolts for the mount there, rubber feet, plastic or rubber feet and metal ones for underneath the pads there. Lug nuts, bolts separated out. These ones have lock washers, probably for this section here, up top, and flat washers for the rest. Locking nuts, non-locking nuts. Not bad. 4 bolts hold down on there. Pretty cool. Process so far. He's pretty good. I think it'll work pretty slick. So far so good. So here's the bracket for the wheel, which we have kind of warbled out those holes, drilled those holes out a little bit further so I can move my new bolts in. Of course I welded the crap out of it and then some, repainted it, so now it's set for our bigger wheel, bigger diameter lug bolts anyway. This should sit right on there. Now this will also lower, since that wheel's bigger, those 2 bolts will be in the top 2 holes of the wheel, so it'll lower the wheel down so it's not sticking so high up in the back of the truck too. So that'll be kind of nice. And of course these 3 bolts hold that part on. These are what they give you to bolt to your bed, which is fine if you're using this for that actual application for the Jeep, because these fit right in the ridges of the Jeep bed or back end. Whereas in my truck they don't. So we have a secret weapon we're going to use for that, and I'll bring that out next. Alright, I found the easiest way to bolt this up is to put your bracket on the wheel first and then set the base on the back of the wheel, because it's kind of a booger to get to those dudes right there. So some extensions, some wrenches, figure we get it snug, and I can flip it over, take the wheel off of it, and then tighten it up after the wheel's off. It'll be a little bit easier. That's what it's going to look like in the back of the truck. That's pretty dang slick. Alright, yeah, get the wheel off, and now you can get to those bolts right there and really give them a good tightening. And I want to be able to remove that from the bed. I don't want it permanently mounted, because if I need to use the bed, I want to be able to use it. So I'm going to pull out our rivet nuts. I don't know if anybody uses these, but I've used these on almost everything, and it makes life so much easier. Now this is my big kit, so it's got all different sizes, and these are what we use right there. So basically it's just like a rivet, but it's got threads. So what's really cool is you can drill your holes in the bed. You don't have to have somebody underneath the bed holding the nut or the bolt while somebody's on top trying to tighten it. And it also makes it easy for you to remove it if you need to, so you can still use your bed. So basically what happens is those go on the end of it, and it squeezes this piece up, and it pinches between the metal. It's pretty dang awesome. So we will show you what that looks like in just a minute. Now here it is in the bed. See, as you can see, it doesn't line up perfectly, but we can still put our holes and our rivet nuts in. Now I did go ahead and make some little spacers that will sit basically right on there, so it's got something to rest on other than just the little corner on each end. And of course it's going to be moved to the front of the bed, and I can't get the truck completely in because it's a 5-inch lift, so it ain't going to happen. So we are partially in the garage for this. So we pre-drilled that hole, and then what we'll do, a step drill bit, too far. But it'll go right down in there. Take your tool, open it up, thread that dude on there, all the way down to the collar. It doesn't have to be real tight. Get this out of the way. Slide that in the hole. There you go. You just do that a couple times, releases right out. Now, when we put it in, can take it out easily. There we are, all bolted in. I decided to make a different mount. You can see one of my holes there. There's a webbing or whatever underneath the bed right across there, so it's kind of a pain. So I re-drilled, made my own little bracket across the two, so I have one bolt in the front and two in the back. But it is definitely not going anywhere. Let's get the wheel on. All right. This thing's not exactly light either. And we got our locking lug nuts here. If I get it started. Wheel around. There we go. There's the other one. Woo. There she is. Not gonna go anywhere. Get some video from the outside. All right, here we go. Don't fault me on the truck. It's been raining off and on for pretty much a week, so I haven't been able to clean it. But there's what it looks like. It doesn't stick up too much. No mirror. Hardly takes up any of the mirror. You look out the back. Nice. It came out really good. There it is. I've already driven into Wichita and into town, so it's definitely holding up well. All right, there you go.